Yo! First of all, Sam, you made that song.
I know.
Thank you. Glad you guys like it. Yay!
Secondly, is this familiar voice? Welcome, Jenny Jelly
Hi. Hello.
Welcome
Happy Wednesday.
back.
I know. Thank you for
So how do
having
you
me.
feel to be back?
Oh, it feels. I mean, I love the new background.
Okay.
Jenny's
I know. Everyone tuned in on YouTube, so you can check it out. And I just feel very refreshed and new.
Right.
Yeah.
By the way, for those who doesn't know, Jenny is Jolly V.
Yes.
Jolly V is Jenny,
Jenny.
okay?
Yeah.
So she have three names here. She is Lee Jin-kyung, she's Jenny, and she's also her stage name is Jolly V.
I know. That was a lot of my personal information.
그러니까. And her 주민 등록증 번호는
is
00. Just kidding. 요즘 00 있지, right?
of course.
Oh my goodness,
Of course.
부럽다.
공공이 뭐 요즘 더 같죠?
02, 030.
10.
그죠, 10.
20. Oh my god.
둘둘도 있고.
와, 20이면 신기하다.
20, they're two
wow.
now.
Right, we're talking about the 주민번호, how do you say the
Yeah.
ID card here because it starts with your birth
Yes,
year.
birthday.
Oh my goodness, mine, let's not mention.
Yours is 7.
huh? No idea.
Let's get right to it.
Yeah, hi Jolly.
Hi.
How are
guys
you?
doing? I'm doing great, and I'm kind of feeling nervous about introducing our new segment today.
Don't be nervous. By the way, shout out because I'm seeing on YouTube right now. Hot girls and hot boys video chat is here on Kride.
What's up?
Especially with Jenny's Bistro. So yeah, if all the hot
Thank you.
people here.
The thing
join
about
us.
this person on our YouTube channel, I know
Yes.
this guy is a person, not a computer for sure, because I've
Why?
seen him or her making mistakes quite a few times.
Oh.
Like, I'm pretty sure he or she was
Spammers.
trying to, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Well, anyways, welcome to the show.
Welcome!
Yay!
What's up?
Yeah, so now we're here in the studio with a hot Jenny here. Well, hot Jenny sounds so wrong, but yeah. So first of all,
Yes.
welcome back here.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us for a new season.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, and can you tell us what are we doing here? This is not the ultimate bumper
Yes.
card anymore.
No, it's not. So Jenny's Bistro is where we take your worries, concerns, complaints, and all the above and come up with the perfect recipe for a solution.
Mamma mia!
Yeah.
Yo!
So it's about sharing stories from our listeners, and we try to come up with the perfect recipe that will, comfort
사장님,
them
너무
or
좋다.
soothe
사장님,
them.
우리
Yes.
알바생이니까 잘
Oh.
부탁드립니다.
Oh, that's
사장님, 성공해! All right.
Memes, yes,
So
is here.
I like it because finally we have a 고민 상담 thing here. And I guess this is how you have a monologue thing here. actually coming up
Yes,
very
I
soon.
do. So
I'm so excited.
I'm very excited too because I think with UBK, as fun as it is, I think with this segment we
It's
can
going even more
actually,
deep.
more deep. We can share more real life stories with our
그러니까.
listeners, and that's just the beauty of life.
know,
So I would
right?
like to share that with everyone.
너무 좋아. So without further ado, let's go.
Yeah. So before we serve our first
Let's
guest,
have a music for you. Let's
I
go.
wanted to share about my story first.
Okay.
So I'll share my story. How to make the right decision.
Yay!
Hi, Kride family. Have you ever felt torn about having to make a decision between two good things? I am in the middle of it, and it's so hard to make up my mind, and I need wisdom on how to navigate this decision-making process. So I was recently offered two very good opportunities. One is possibly being able to study abroad, majoring what I've wanted to go step closer to my dreams. But number two option is also good because it allows new opportunities in a more secure environment. I even tried making a pro-con list to compare, but each option's cons can be made up by the other option's pro.
Wow.
So I don't have to make the decision right away, but it's been bugging me. It's been on my mind for a really long time. And I just want to know how I can make a wise decision.
Interesting. I already feel so depressed listening to the first question.
Why?
So this is actually your 고민 that you've been having recently?
Yes, it's this is my real life story right now.
I'm pretty sure the first one will not work out for the next couple of months because of us, I think.
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of a decision I have to make with over a span of several months.
Okay.
Right.
But still, I do have to come and make a decision eventually. And I'm just feeling kind of
어렵지.
torn. Yeah.
Guys, I'll give you a very hard decision to make. For example,
Okay.
if you have to date me or Sam, both are so good, you're going to be stuck in between and so 고통스럽겠다.
If I were the person who has to make up my mind about
Yes.
dating either you or me, then I would definitely stick to her.
Oh, what?
This is so random. This is
I know.
called 바람표.
That was not option 3. Option 3 was
know.
not available.
If me, I think I would just
맞아.
YOLO. 아니 안 돼요. YOLO 하면 if I follow gut feeling, 양다리야 그럼. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. So
Yay.
it's really kind of like whether it's like chocolate cake or cheesecake, kind of.
그러게요.
Like they're both really good and they each have their own characteristics that it's just so sweet. But
May I
yeah.
ask, what is it that you're about to study?
I'm really into education and psychology
Oh.
because eventually.
Wait
I
a
do-
minute.
Yeah.
You mean this is not made up? This is really
Yo,
you?
this is my real story. I'm
I
being
did not
transparent
know
with
you wanna-
everyone. Come on.
I did not know
Of
you want to
course.
study for the wow.
Because eventually, I don't know if this is TMI, but eventually I do want to build up my own brand where we curate educational programs and content to people with a mix of creativity. Like it could be
Wow.
music, it could be art, it could be hip hop, it could be anything. But I just feel like there is a need for people to be creative.
Right.
So yeah, eventually that's like a long-term goal.
Oh my
I
god,
wanna
if you
have.
ever make this creative thing, can you hire me for the torturing segment? I'll be there to torture people like 정신 똑바로 차려! Wake up!
I'm not gonna make a course on torturing, so I'm
Okay.
sorry, Xander. Maybe not
Aw.
that, but maybe in our coffee class,
I would torture you with my love.
being creative with coffee class, maybe I can do that with you.
Ooh, my
Yeah.
coffee brings all the girls to the yard.
right?
All right.
Anyway.
This is very interesting.
Yeah. So what about you guys? What about you guys? When you guys have to make a decision, and both are pretty they both have pros and cons. How do you weigh out to go forth
I think
with
this
whichever?
part, me and Sam, we also have to think a little bit. And perhaps our listeners too. Let us know what you think also. How do
Yeah.
you make decision choices? How do you weigh it? I think we need some time, so we're going to play your song, be right back.
Yeah.
This is 이문세 featuring Gecko with Free My Mind. All right, so we're talking about, you know what? It's so funny because I have really bad memories. I'm trying to make decision of how I could prevent that from like.
Oh.
So he was telling me to play some game.
A famous one
What-
called
which one?
에 땡땡.
The pang.
You know, a lot of
Oh.
people from the older generation play just to prevent 치매.
Really? That helps?
That they say it does.
Yeah, it's basically like playing 하토 같은 거. 하토, you know, you have to memorize the thing and try to
And
so,
then kind of okay.
yeah.
So you should start playing it. I mean, you don't even remember what happened yesterday.
Well, that's a
so.
decision you have to make today.
Wait, so what did you have for dinner yesterday?
쌀국수. 와, 순간 I was like, oh my god, I don't remember. Because basically we were talking about yesterday, what did we do for that segment, and one day Jolly was asking us and we were like blank.
We both forgot.
I know, 진짜 큰일 났다. Anyway, so about
Anyway,
making
yes.
the decisions, we actually have a few messages
yes,
here.
we do.
Want to
we
read the
do.
first one for us?
Sure. Cloud K. I think she's talking about the song. But Cloud K says, 커피를 알지 못하는 1인인데도 노래가 왠지 진한 에스프레소 같은 느낌이네요.
맞아요, 맞아요.
Yo, the song is like that espresso, very deep. Raul, want to read this also for us?
Yeah, Raul says, follow your dreams, your desires, and your heart. Life is a struggle by yourself, but you can fight, and beat it.
Wow.
Beat it.
근데 desire in your heart is like something very 애매해,
I
right?
know.
Sometimes if I just follow my desire and I don't follow the
There are
very...
consequences.
Exactly.
Right?
So that's a hard part. I really don't know. 선생은 다른 의미의 no pain, no gain, too much info, TMI. 와, 진짜. I like it with this, like, YOLO.
Yeah, YOLO.
Once
gotta
got said, go for it, Jolly.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so what do we do then?
So, I kind of prescribed myself an own cure to this problem. So I'll just break down a simple recipe to my decision-making process. So first, I'm going to need some joy.
Yay!
And
Joy.
then I'm going to need some heat of passion. Passion and heart. And then third, I need a breath of fresh air.
Oh.
이렇게?
Yeah.
Joy,
Yes.
passion,
passion,
passion.
and
Did I say passion or what? Joy, passion, and then
a
fresh
breath.
air.
A
What?
fresh air.
Fresh air.
So I'm gonna mix them all together and come up with a cure called Focus on
Focus.
my present.
Oh.
Because my decision, it's really about like the future. And I feel like I need to be in my present first and kind of concentrate on what I can do now
Right.
and have the patience to eventually see where my heart moves to whichever decision.
That's a problem about ENFJ.
Why?
우리 너무 너무 멀리 가
Ah,
sometimes.
맞아.
right?
Very future-oriented
See
people.
far, really. 진짜. So you're supposed to actually take it a little step by step, eat a
Yes.
little, chew a little bit, but we always worry about the future too much. Is it? Are you like this? No, Sam seems like
I
not
used
to. Be.
to. I used to worry
You are
a
not an
lot about
ENFJ.
future. I mean, I am an
Really?
ENFJ. But I used to worry a lot about the future, but this one day I realized that, I mean, what's the point about worrying about the future if I'm not living present right? Right?
맞아.
So after that, I started focusing more on the present,
present.
me, so
Yeah.
the
Okay.
맞는
future
것
me.
Yeah. So that's my prescription on type self.
We have a message from Elena. Want to read
Yes.
for us?
Elena Villan says, my professor once said before, if you're confused with the options in front of you, list all the options and its advantages and disadvantages or pros and cons. Ooh, that's what I did. Analyze which is more favorable to you and ask your heart to.
Right.
Thanks for the wise words.
Yeah.
So guys, this is what we do actually here in Jenny's Bistro.
Yes.
So basically, every time we're still experimenting right now because we're like car opening right now.
I know. Soft opening.
Soft opening.
Soft opening.
So that's what we were trying to see and try to get opinions from you guys. And it's going to be a little different. So let us know about also your feelings. We're going to focus a lot on the problems from people also, not just us.
Right.
So yeah, anything you want to add about like your future struggles?
I feel like the more reason that we should focus on our present is because that future is going to be our present too one day. So yeah, so to enjoy, have a breath of fresh air, keep that passionate heart, and just enjoy life.
Right, I think
For
everything is
now.
all about balance. 진짜
Yeah.
너무 어렵다.
Yeah.
Even me, because nowadays I was like worried about my future. I was like, should I work also on my off days? Or, you know, like I have so much time
to
at
be
night.
prepared.
Right? So I was like, actually, I thought about, maybe I want to work in those industries. For example, like let's say hotel industry at night. So I was like thinking, okay, maybe I should do that. But then I thought about, if because I worry about too much in the future and I suffer so much in the present, what's the point? I'm going to lose everything, right?
You know what you should do right now is start dating someone.
I will.
Why does it always
Just
go
to keep
back to the
yourself
love life
distracted,
thing?
and because he's been looking at like other additional job for quite a while.
아니야.
But I was like,
Dating
you're
is a
already-
pain
yeah.
in the butt, okay? Because
Wait.
dating, you need to spend more time and more money.
And energy.
Exactly.
To the other person. You gotta be,
Okay.
And you have to 얼굴 관리, 입술 관리, everything 관리해야 되니까.
I mean, you take care of how you look all the time by working out and testing all these different skincare things.
아,
Oh.
데이트 귀찮아.
You even go to 피부과. You're like the first guy friend that I know who goes
오랜만에
to
가는
피부과.
거야. 그러니까. Because I'm not sold out yet. I have to 팔려, you know. 폼질 때까지 관리해야죠.
Okay.
All right, one last message before we move on. Leon says, yes, most important is the cost of your financial security. If you can afford it, I say go for the first opinion or opinion. Because you might regret it if you become older. All right, guys, we're going to come back and discuss more with more scenarios here. Stay tuned and we'll be right back in part 3. See you soon.
See you soon.
You're listening to K-Ride on TBS EFM 101.3 in Seoul and surrounding areas. I am the driver, Alexander.
And I'm your driver, Samuel. You can listen live with the TBS EFM app or catch our visual radio over on YouTube under the same name.
Before we move on to Jenny's Bistro, of course, we have Jollibee in the studio. And to remind everybody, today our question of the day is, when facing an important decision, do you A, think through every option very hard, or B, just go with your gut feeling?
선택의 기로에 놓인 당신, 모든 가능성을 열어두고 곰곰이 고민하는 타입이신가요? 혹은 인생 뭐 있어, 마음대로 가는 거지 하는 타입이신가요?
Let us know at Shop 101 for 51, charge 101 for long messages or pictures, and leave your comments on our YouTube live chat where all the hot boys and hot guys are.
예. 오늘의 질문에 대한 답변, 사연과 신청곡, 뭐 하고 싶으신 말씀 모두 다 문자로 보내주세요. 번호는 샵 1013, 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자나 사진은 100원입니다.
Right, we actually have a few answers here. Do you want to get to the first one?
Yes.
2071.
2071님 says, definitely think of all the options. It's so easy for me to think about them and I enjoy it. Oh,
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
What's
When I have
nice?
too much choices, I actually get really 힘들어. Yeah, it's so 힘들어 for me.
Just think about when you're in a restaurant, you have a hard time choosing the menu.
Oh,
and what if the
really?
restaurant has like 50 different menus
Oh
on the
my
menu? Right?
gosh. You're so indecisive.
right.
그럴 때는 choose the one with like the thumbs up or like
Ah,
추천
the
menu.
추천 menu, yeah, for sure. Like the
Exactly.
stars.
Right. Siska's message you want to get for us?
Yes, it all depends because I'm the breadwinner in the fam. So I will
Ooh.
pick number 2.
Ooh.
I have responsibility, so I need a secure environment. But if I study abroad for free and also can have a job there, then I'll pick number 1. Oh, it's about my situation.
Oh,
about choosing
interesting.
option 1 or 2. Oh, thank you, Siska.
We
Thank
also
you,
have a
thank you.
message about talking about the corner here from Sunset. Want to read for us?
Yeah, Jenny's Bistro 코너 방송에서 향긋한 커피 향이 전해져서 너무 좋아요.
야하! 6530녀석 아무리 고민하고 선택해도 결과가 크게 만족스럽지 않을 때도 있어요.
Very
맞아요.
true.
맞습니다. 하지만
Very
모든 게
true.
쌓여서 멋진 미래가 되지 않을까요?
Yes.
감히 바라봅니다.
파이팅 진짜.
네.
All right. So just once again to remind you guys about
Question of the
decision
day.
making. When facing an important decision, do you think through every option very hard or do you just go with your gut? That's the question. And we are going to go back to Jenny's Bistro.
Yes. Oh, we have a skit coming up.
After a sponsor.
After sponsors. Hi, Samuel and Alexander. I am ready for you now, so come on in.
네.
Hello. 안녕하세요.
Hello. Thanks for considering Jenny's Bistro and coming in for the interview. We're excited to find out about you. How are you guys doing?
I think we're good, yeah.
Yeah, not
A
bad.
little nervous.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. So can you introduce yourselves? Starting with Xander.
Oh, hello. My name is Alexander, and I've been studying coffee for over 15 years. I have a deep passion for the industry, and I would love to join your team.
Oh wow, 15 years.
Yes.
Hey. Well, according to your resume, you're 20 years
Well, he
old.
first
but
drank his coffee at the age of 5, right?
Wow.
Exactly. My parents let me start with coffee a bit early, so I fell in love with it
when
right
you're
away.
5. Wow.
Yes.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well,
Thank
Sam, how about you?
Me, I'm a singer-songwriter, and I started drinking coffee just a week ago. But it was just a life-changing moment, so let me tell you that. And I love to learn more with you at Jenny's Bistro about
okay.
the world of coffee.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. So as you may know, one of the biggest challenges working in a place like this is calling out our customer orders. And customers do kind of get tricky with their nicknames, but you can't laugh.
Oh.
You got to show them respect.
Okay.
So how about you guys try that out? I've given you guys a list of customer nicknames
No
and
problem.
orders. So you think you can do that?
Yeah.
Yes.
All
no
right.
problem.
Let's
Okay, you wanna
do
go
it.
first then?
First one? Let's
Okay.
go.
저도 한이만요 고객님 아이스 아메리카노 나왔습니다.
Okay. 저금통 털어온 고객님, 주문하신 아이스 아메리카노 한 잔 준비해드리겠습니다.
One more maybe?
야? 네. 제가 쏠게요, 고객님. 주문하신 아이스 아메리카노 한 잔 준비됐습니다. 빨리 가져가세요.
어땠어요, 사장님?
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what I needed from you guys. So I'll be in touch if I need be. But thank you for coming.
Okay, thank you for your time.
Bye.
All right, so that skill was actually inspired by a story sent in by a listener who is in the process of securing a job.
Yeah, it's the story of Andriana, one of our listeners. So
Yes.
Jenny, can you read the message, please?
Sure, I will. Hello, DJ Sansam Javi and K-Ride team. I am in the middle of a crisis and I urgently need your advice. So I just graduated literally this Wednesday, which is today. A graduation ceremony, which means I'm entering a new phase of life and becoming a job seeker with more responsibility. And I'm not ready for that. Actually, I already have a part-time job since my 5th semester in college, but it's just a small creative agency and I'm still not ready for a real job and I have a lot of worries. Sometimes I feel like I'm not enough and I'm not capable when I get rejected from the jobs I apply to. I actually have a specific and big dream, but all the rejections make me think that maybe I need to lower my standards and not dream too big. And just to add on, she says her environment is very competitive and that some of her friends are actually have stable jobs at well-known companies, so she's feeling very pressured. And she's asking, what do you guys think?
Right. Oh my goodness.
I think there's a bit more.
Right. At the back, she
Yeah.
continues saying that.
Oh, I realize this feeling only brings negative energy to me, so I hate it when I feel that I'm not capable. How should I get rid of that feeling? I think I'm lacking positive energy and need some positive energy from Sam, Xander, and Jolly B. So give me some tips, guys. Your words will mean so much to me. And sorry if this was too long. No, it wasn't.
All right. So we have the menu ordered from our listener. Time for us to cook something.
Yeah.
So Johnny, let me ask you. Okay, Leon Teo first of all had a comment about Sander fails straight away for lying about his age with his accent. Guys, 딱
True.
봐도 you see me in my face, you know I'm underage, okay? 아 진짜. But I'm working here legally, don't worry.
How 뻔뻔해.
Yeah, my
know.
parents signed the paper and they say that I'm allowed to work in TVS.
Oh.
Okay, so that means you made your debut as a member of U-Kiss back when you were 7, huh?
Oh, wow.
Oh man. All right. Oh my god.
Back to the topic.
Yeah, back to the
Right,
topic.
Johnny,
Back
so
to
I'm very
Andrina.
curious.
Yes.
Because this listener was talking about insecurity. I think we have a lot of job insecurity
Yeah,
for
of
us
course,
being
of course.
freelancers, right? So when you decided to like work and shit, did you have this kind of 고민?
Oh, of course. But I feel like, so one of my theater teachers, like he gave me a very good advice on this because back then we were always doing audition classes and stuff. And he told us, guys, when you go on an audition and you don't make it, which I feel like is exactly a job interview situation too. If you don't make it, don't feel bad because maybe they were looking for a cinnamon bagel, but you happen to be a blueberry bagel.
맞아.
And there's nothing wrong being a blueberry
Right.
bagel. It's just you weren't something they were looking for. And one day, eventually, there will be people who need or want a blueberry bagel. And that's when you will make it.
I did not think that actually audition could actually be related to job interview in
Oh,
that
for
way.
sure, in
You're
many
so
ways.
right.
Yeah.
Because for a movie interview, drama interview, what happens is like sometimes we have to go inside there and just read a monologue or do whatever you want. And a lot of people get really upset when they get
Yeah,
rejected. Like,
right.
oh, 왜 audition 실패했지? 근데 for me, I never get stressed about audition is because I'm like this, I have this mind in my head. If they like me, they like me. If
They
it's
don't,
my shoes, it's my shoes. If it's not yours, it will never be yours, right? Like, 저기 진짜 맞는 것 같아.
Right.
It doesn't mean that you're bad.
No.
Okay, it might be possible that you're not good enough, yes. But even though if you're a professional, if you're good enough, and you might not be the thing they're looking for.
Right.
Simply. Not because you're bad, but you're just different, right?
Right.
쌤은
What about you?
부럽다.
Why?
Because I don't think you have to worry about that because you keep making music.
Yeah.
For me, this
ever since I started to, ever since I started deciding that I'm gonna be a musician when I was 17, I had no other options in my mind than being a musician ever since then. So, yeah, 그래서 I wasn't worried about all these insecurities and stuff. Even the time when I didn't make enough money, well, if I don't make enough money out of music, then maybe I can get a part job at a different restaurant or stuff to fill that up. So I was being positive enough. Yeah.
That's very good.
That
Being
is.
positive instead of being very negative, pessimistic, right?
Right,
I
right.
must say, these days I've been really going through a lot of like job seeking app. It was just my interest to look about it.
What's
I was just
out
really
there.
thinking, right? Actually, since the pandemic year, because I couldn't go abroad, and I was like thinking, since I have so much time, I want to try different things. That's when I tried the cafe.
Oh, right. I remember that
I work in a
too.
cafe. So I realized one thing, which is, 와, 진짜 어렵다. With the pandemic, even before the pandemic, it was very competitive, right?
But
now,
now-
wow, you must know about that, Jolly, also. There's so many people trying to find a job and there's so many restrictions. So even for Andrina, I must say, I know that don't compare yourself with other people.
Andrea, you just graduated from
Right,
university.
I
That means you are still in your
know.
mid-20s or early 20s. You still got a long life ahead of you. You don't have to be secure at that age yet.
Andrina, like I always tell people who are young, imagine 10 years later, you're still younger than me. Imagine what you can achieve within this 10 years. And I just want to let you know, like now you graduated, it's a time you could do anything. Don't compare yourself with other
know.
people. 진짜, if I compare myself with other people who are so much younger, I am really rubbish. But then you guys know my value, right? So I'm just saying that if you just compare with people, no. And if you really can't find anything, start with internship. It's not about going to a good company or the money. It's about the experience.
Right.
Go for an internship. It's actually good, right?
Getting hands-on
advice.
experience.
Yeah.
맞아요. 미시아 작가님도 인턴십 하셨잖아요.
I know, she did.
She
I bet
actually
she really
did.
enjoyed it.
I don't
Of course,
know.
she's
I don't know
back
whether
here.
she enjoyed it.
She's back here. She's back here. She's back here.
She went to that Suno
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
you know, the application. It was a tough one, but definitely it's going to build up in the resume.
Right.
So yeah,
And the
I think
fact that
that's
she
good.
kept the hoodie from that company is
Oh.
that she really loved that one. I think.
그러니까.
And also, she mentioned about having like a big dream and feeling like she needs
Right.
to compromise on that. But I wanted to mention like that will be a great GPS for you. I mean, on the way, yeah, you might fall into the kind of a sidetrack or whatever. But eventually, if you keep that dream and you have that on your mind, eventually you'll arrive there. It's just going to take some time and you might
그러니까요.
go through unexpected journeys. But that's the beauty of life.
Right.
Don't kill your
Yeah.
dream. Dream big. I realize as we get older, our dream gets so smaller, right? By the 현실. What
What if you still have a huge dream though?
You?
Am I immature or something?
Why?
It's good to have
No.
a
That's
big
actually
dream.
one of the problems I've been facing
Oh,
nowadays
really?
because a lot of people has been telling me to be more realistic because the plans I come up with are usually absurd to them. So they were telling me to grow up, but no, why should I?
Dream big.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dream
always
big.
dream.
The
and
bigger you dream, the
Yes.
bigger you will achieve in the future.
Yeah.
So,
그러니까. Like always make your container big enough to contain all the water in there, right?
Yes.
아, 너무 좋아.
All right.
All right. Actually, let me see. Do we have any message here? We have one
do.
here from Raul, I
Ooh.
guess. Johnny, wanna
Raul
read
says,
for us?
yeah, you need to work harder and harder to achieve your dreams, even if it takes a bit longer. Oh, kind of like what we were saying too. Don't worry, you can do it with confidence.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
All
There's
right.
from Leo Teo.
Yeah,
Did
you
guys
wanna read that also?
Okay, my advice, find a temporary job that you might not necessarily like first, but if you need the first for the money, but continue keeping a lookout for opportunities of your dream job. That's a good one too.
맞아요.
A pragmatic.
And we got another one
advice.
praising Xander. Miles Divine Grace says,
Oh.
well said, Xan.
Yay!
Thank you.
Preach.
Oh, all the glory to God. Thank you. All right, we'll be back with a recipe for you, Andrina, after this song. This is 현돈이와 대준이 featuring IU, 결정. All right, we are back here.
Yes.
Time to come up with a solution.
Yep.
For tea. So I
Yes.
think we can add some full 2 cups of your big dreams.
2 cups of
Adriana,
big dream.
with 4 tablespoons of grace to thyself.
Oh,
Grace. Okay, 2 cups of big dream. I think it's good.
yeah.
Sam has like 5 cups.
Oh, wow, that's
좀
good.
줄여야
I got like 15, 20, 100.
좋아.
Yeah, what else?
Yes, and then I'm going to add heaps of confidence as well. And kind of
Confidence.
finish it out with a sprinkle of my special spice.
Yeah.
Spice? What kind of spice?
Yes. Spice. So I want to kind of break down on the ingredients. The spice is giving yourself grace and kind of shrug off your mistakes. Because I feel like Adriana,
kind of spice.
yeah. Because I feel like Adriana's like so overburdened and pressured by
Right.
I have to perfect this and stuff like that. But if you use my spice, all you could so let's say you made a mistake and be like, oh, well, it was my first time, so I won't do it again. And maybe because I know what to do and what not to do now, I can further prevent this from happening to
Right.
other people too by instructing them and stuff like that too. So that's my spice.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
whatever,
well,
okay.
yeah. So I feel like we could all kind of take some of that in our lives.
I
and
think
shrug
a lot of
it
people,
off.
especially in Korea, needs the spice. We are so harsh to ourselves in this
I
society,
know,
right?
right?
조금 실수해도 나 망했어.
No,
나 인생
망했어.
망했어.
No.
So I mean, we really have to learn to be easier to ourselves, right? But 근데 if you don't put the spice here, some people are too easy to themselves. There's no spice, and this food is not gonna be yummy at the same time. So 진짜 적당히 넣어야 될 것 같아.
Right. Too much might put you in a very
Spicy.
I know.
And yeah, that's why. We have a few words here. Raul said, 막내, you can try and try and try and try and try, and someday you can achieve it.
Yes.
Never give up and keep those dreams and desires. True. Oh, that's so
That's
true.
so sweet. Everyone's so
trying.
sweet.
Elena
맞아요.
Bellin said, don't
Yes.
change your vision and standards of goals, but have a positive mindset that all those rejections as a newly graduate student are just for you to be strong, develop, and yourself more. Make those rejections as stepping stones to do your best and prove to them that you can do more or they cannot let you down.
Yo, Princess Jasmine said, that's awesome recipe, Jolly.
Yes, everyone, get some oh well spice and shrug it off.
맞아요. You know, I'll be very honest about one thing today. I never really say it, but one of the things I want to criticize about in Korea society, forgive me if it might be offensive. A lot of people, they just can't find job. They don't know what to do, and they just go for master's degree, graduate school.
I know
It's
what
like
you mean.
default mode, right? Everybody,
right.
취직 못하니까 그냥 일단은 석사 해야지, right? But I mean, like, do you really need a master degree is my question. Master degree, you could always get it when you're older.
Right.
When you know which career path you want to be, right?
True.
I can totally relate because I met up with a couple of friends of mine just yesterday, and a lot of my friends were like that, and
Right?
they're regretting now for not being
actually
able to find
pursuing a
their
master's?
dreams when they're young.
물론, I know the competition is high, but then if you work first and then you go to a graduate school after you know the know-how,
Right.
you
That's
learn
so
even more.
different.
You could apply it more. So I really think don't be so, pressured by the society. 다들 그렇게 하니까 나도 그렇게 해야지. 이렇게 이런 식으로 하면 안 돼요.
Speaking of that, I want to point out another thing. It's the age. We tend to think that we're too old if you're past a certain
there's a
age.
timeline,
nowadays,
right?
if you're past 22, people say that you're old. And
What?
I know,
맞아.
right? Yeah, you're still 23, 22. Guys.
Come on, guys. When I was 20, when I was like 19, people in the showbiz say I was too old to debut. I debuted. Look at me.
Yeah.
And also, Andreina, I just want to say you're very young.
I know.
You're at the age where you can make mistakes.
Yes.
And also,
yes.
like my sister, I remember one of her first jobs she did. She did an internship in a hotel in Singapore. Wow. They were so mean at her.
Really?
They were like saying that, what? You want to cry? If you cry, go cry on the carpet and roll over and die. 와, 이런 식이에요. Exactly.
so extreme.
Very harsh way. But then my
my
sister was
gosh.
like, no, just dream big, keep going. And now she's finally like the director of hotel. And so I'm like, don't give up. You could do it.
Yeah.
Yes, and she even
Right.
bought herself a house just now, right?
Congratulations, elder sister.
What about me?
Yeah.
You'll get yours in the future.
I'm just going to sleep in a paper box.
No, you won't. But also, I feel like I wanted to add, like, Adriana, being a newbie is also a
Andreina,
huge,
by the way.
Adreina, I'm sorry. But being a newbie is a huge, blessing.
맞아.
Because that could be a great, not to use it for your advantage, but it's a great excuse kind of to bring up when you make a mistake. You can be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
You
It's
have a
my
free
first time.
pass.
Yeah, you have a free pass.
맞아.
So use that well, whichever job you make or whichever field you decide to go to. When you're a
Exactly.
newbie, you can always say, I'm sorry, I'm new. I won't, I'll make
맞아요.
sure it won't happen again. You can always say that.
완전 맞아.
Right.
For us, if we do the same mistake as you do, we'll get fired.
I know.
For you have a
No
free
second
pass.
chance for us.
You're still young. I would say give yourself until you're 27 or 8.
Right,
Keep
right,
making
right.
mistakes. Be
Keep
brave,
making-
okay?
Yes. Fail fast and fail often.
Yeah, it seems like today we
Yes.
cooked a good menu.
Oh, right. Thank you,
Right?
thank you.
And I really wish that everybody remembered this oh well spice. Then Jolly, I almost say Michelle. Jolly was saying, we need this in life.
Yes.
Don't be too harsh to yourself.
Yes, and just like Andrea, and if you're looking to receive some encouragement and meaningful suggestions, send in your stories to kride.tbs@gmail.com or DM us through Instagram at kride.tbs.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
All right, so this is the end of our segment. And Jolly, how is your first
I know.
bistro?
We're
still soft opening,
Yeah,
right?
soft opening. So it's going to get better. But I really want to hear a lot more stories from other people, from the listeners, and hopefully I can kind of help you out, guys.
Right. Let's keep this business going.
Let's keep it, keep it.
Right, we're gonna say goodbye to you with this song by Boa. This is 네모난 바퀴. Hope. See you next week.
Bye bye.